Okay, last of the videos for today. This one's going to be on man down, MDU, man down unit. What we're going to do, let's get right to it, is a 2-3 zone. Okay. In that 2-3 zone, we will have a 4-man rotation. The guy who's on the crease man will stay on the crease man. All right. And what we need to talk about are a couple things. First of all, what happens when there's nobody on the crease? What happens when there's 2 guys on the crease? What happens if they're moving that guy on and off the crease? Somebody's there and somebody's behind. And then really, for the most part, we need to know the rotations have to be, in what direction the rotations have to do with what the offense is doing. You need to read when they're trying to do something where they're pushing a pipe and pushing the ball forward. And you also have to read when they run what's called a wheel play, which is a follow play. Okay, so we'll talk about that a little bit. First of all, if we're in against a 1-3-2, okay, we will have a defender, 3 defenders down low, 1 guy on the crease, and we will have 3 guys up top. Traditionally, what we've done is we've taken a short pole and put him in the middle, so the 4 guys on the outside are always long poles. Okay? You don't have a man, you have a zone. Okay? The biggest issue is you play your man in your zone, but then when you're not playing your man, you get back into the zone, we pack it in close. Okay? You don't kind of fade off your guy to get back to your zone area. That's how you're gonna get beat. Okay, real simple. Now, if the team decides to vacate and run some sort of open set where maybe they're like that, well, we're still going to be 4 guys, these 4 defenders rotating, and we'll leave this guy in the middle because they will cut somebody through. All right, they will cut people through. And what I'll tell this guy in the middle is your job is to kind of back up the ball but find work, okay, wherever the ball goes. This leads to more rotation. I can tell you that right now. If we're going to take a ball, in this case, and that ball right now, we got to play him. As soon as the ball goes there, this guy has to rotate through. This guy has to rotate here. You have to drop down the backside. As the ball goes, okay, there's rotation. If the ball were to come here, this is the idea of a push right here. All right, we're pushing that ball forward. Okay, if he had gone out and played him, he's not going to get back to number 4. The next guy in the rotation has to come across, and we're a couple of guys behind now, right? We have to keep doing this. As the ball goes, this guy's got to drop to the crease and kind of find the backside. The backside guy throws this guy away, ends up taking 2, okay? That's when they have an open set. It makes things a little bit difficult, but you won't see it so much. More often than not, what you'll see is 1 guy on the crease or maybe even 2 guys on the crease. If it's 2 guys on the crease, just think about where the ball is. The ball is up here with number 7. We'll just call him number 7 just because he was there for my previous slide. And we have a defender playing out on him. Whoever the furthest defender is away from the ball, this guy down here, should sink and bracket the crease. And we should try to get ourselves to be bracketing the crease. All right. Look with your stick on number 9, head on a swivel, looking back to number 4. Okay. I don't want him to have a ball there. As the ball moves, he'll show up. He'll sink back in. He'll probably have to come through here. Okay. This guy now becomes the backside. He's got to worry about number 9 and number 4. Okay. Not going to see it so much. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves right now. I want to kind of stick to the idea of really defending what we're doing to start off with. So it's always easiest to kind of start off with defending your own stuff. Okay. We have a couple of things we do. We run a push, or we push the pipe, and we have a foul play, which is a wheel play. Push play, we're going to throw the ball to number 6. Obviously, we're going to play these guys. When the ball goes to number 2, number 2 is over here, initially, okay, this player should kind of mirror him. It can't be that this guy tries to play both, okay? If you do that, you'll get beat, okay? But if he steps out to him and he throws the ball, you've got to sink over here and play both guys, okay? Now, if he throws it immediately to number 4, we're going to rotate into that. As in, everybody's going to rotate the opposite direction of the ball. If you notice it, all right, the ball is going clockwise, or I shouldn't say that, it's going counterclockwise. And when we rotate, we're going clockwise into that. And that'll happen whether number 2 pushes with the ball or not. If 2 has the ball over here and he decides, and what we'll do when we're doing this is we'll tell number 2 to push the opposite pipe, as in to attack this way. Well, what's happened, this guy that's mirroring him is going to stay with him. This guy will probably move up top then, and then again, the rotation has to go into the ball. Okay? If we do that rotation as the ball moves, we will have as the ball moves, these guys will be covered. All right, and that rotation might come a second late, but it'll get to each guy as it happens. And what happens is that original guy, that first rotation, he has to find his way backside and throw it. And when we throw it to number 6, and kind of the last guy is down here. If they throw it back to number 2, he becomes the mirror guy. If number 2 were to take it, we're going to take him. If we were to throw it, we will rotate into the ball. Okay, that's basically what you do when they're pushing the ball. Now, if they were to run some sort of a follow play, again, we are sitting in our 3-2 zone, ball's up top, and what happens with a follow play is the ball goes around and they throw it to number 4. Maybe they even just throw it here, and this guy over here with the defender on him, who's kind of that bottom corner defender, well, he's going to run the ball. Okay, so this guy now is taking it with him. I don't want to link those guys up just yet, but he's taking it with him up top. And usually, what happens, I know what we do is we cut through number 7 to give him room up top. Okay, we're going to have to drop with that number 7 a little bit, right? That's something's going to happen. As that guy's running, we're not going to let him get through. We're going to drop with him a little bit, probably release him in here. But what happens is number 2 follows, and when number 2 follows, they can throw it back to him. And this guy has to rotate across. Now, notice what's happening. The offensive rotation is now going counterclockwise, but the defensive rotation is also going counterclockwise, right? And even if number 7, right, if we follow him down here, right, number 4 kind of starts to get, and they usually start to do a wheel like this, where they start taking guys with them. Number 2 with the ball tries to get up here. The defender plays him as he's going over the top. 7 follows. Backside guy has to find number 7 when they throw it back to him. Otherwise, he's just going to dump it right in the goal. Okay? So we need to recognize that. We need to communicate it. Okay? If they are just throwing the ball or pushing from behind, okay, we'll rotate into the path of the ball. We'll do opposite rotation. If they are carrying the ball and throwing back, all right, that's a wheel. That's my bell. That's a wheel, and they're throwing the ball back. We will rotate with them. All right. Once again, as with all this stuff, probably easier if you see it on the field. We'll work on it in the gym a little bit tonight, and we'll talk much more about this as we go. It's just basic man down defense. All right. I will see you guys later.